All right, looks like we're live. Very cool. So, today we're going to be looking at relics from the deck, which will be a very fun thing to do. Mostly what we're going to start with is balance changes, and these are going to make it a little bit more fun to play with other people. If you haven't played relics from the deck before, there's a link in the description, and it goes to a server where you can play it any time of the day. The IP is mgm.spmc.co, and also in the description, if you want to duel me, either ping me on Discord, hopefully I'll see it, or you can just say so in the chat, the YouTube chat. So, first thing I think we should do. Can I have two tabs open? I cannot. Okay. First thing I think we should work on is a couple of the very simple complaints that people have had. I'll move them up. Okay. Oh. So, the first few have to deal with working on various status effects. And ideally, I think I'm going to make all status effects have duration instead of just have them be single. Because right now you have them and then they run out, or they don't run out, they're permanent. Everything's permanent, which is a lot simpler to work with, but is also a lot more annoying. So I'm going to swap to Atom, which is what I've been using to program. I think other things are better, but the reason I use Atom is just to keep projects separated, and it's not the other things like Visual Studio Code. I think is the best thing to use, but Atom is perfectly fine for what I use it for. So we're looking at the status effects. So I think these would be in cards, and I think there might be an entity. So there's apply pierce damage. This is what I want. Apply damage over time, which is what DOT stands for. And also, so there's fire, poison, and wither. And I think, actually this isn't really what I want, but one of the main complaints is that you can use certain cards to apply poison or wither and poison onto a player, and they just deal so much damage that you can't keep up with it, and it's a very easy thing to do. So I'm going to make it more about a little bit less damage, but it's still a valuable move. If your enemy is at like 1 health, yeah, you'll just win. But I'm doing this to make him less powerful. So this would be in, let me see here. I think it's just in, I'll look in board. So there's end turn, here's entity, sweet. So this applies for every entity at the end of a turn. And this goes for the end of both players' turns. Not the end of an entire turn, but if one player ends their turn, then this applies, these effects apply. So here's to get if the entity is friendly. So here's your 3 applied damages. So apply damage wither. So that's here. Okay, this is perfect. So I'm going to load up the tutorial. Let me swap back to in-game. There we go. And this is going to be kind of annoying, but the reason it goes through very quickly is I've got a speed hack so that when I'm testing, the tutorial goes by a lot faster. And it makes it a lot easier for me to work with. Okay. So I want to get the player's tag. I think it's hero. Maybe it's card.hero, actually. Maybe card.entity. So hero.1, hero.2, card.entity. So if we go back to atom, if the player has, or if the entity has the tag of hero.1 or hero.2, then it will remove double. So you're going to lose twice as many. It's half, the effects of it are halved. So if it's just one tick of poison, it's going to deal 1 damage, but nothing more than that. If it's greater than, like if it's like 4, it's going to be halved. So it'll only do 2 damage over 2 turns. So Wither and Poison is going to be effectively nerfed. I'll probably do that to Fire too for the hero, just because a Blaze hitting the hero is like 5 damage, which I feel like is hard to do because a lot of players can kill a Blaze before it gets close, but at the same time, maybe not. Another thing I have to do is check here if the score of Wither is at least 1. So if it removes 2, then the next time if it gets applied just 1, it'll be set to 0 and it won't apply anything, which is not good. But all I have to do is copy this and paste it basically for all 3 of these. These are just poison. Poison and poison. And these should also be poison. So we'll return to poison in just a bit. And that's because I kind of did poison wrong. I did it lazily. Big surprise. A lot of the things I do is I make it all, and then I have plans to change it, and then I don't because I forget. So fire's fine. Poison should not kill the player or kill anything. It should just lessen to 1 health. So scoreboard players. So apply pierce damage as scores equals health equals greater 1 or more, or 2 or more, I guess. So if the entity has a health of 2 or more, that's basically what this says, then you can apply the poison damage. And the reason, or the way this works is it sets this damage here saying this is the input damage, and then it runs this function to apply the damage to the entity. And this is pierce damage. Poison and Wither go through armor, but fire does not. Fire has to eat through the armor first. But fire is very effective at doing that because it doesn't waste any damage. So we've got this. This shouldn't kill an entity. Let me look over at my to-do. Oh, a poison should also not affect undead. I forgot about that. So if we go back to entity, yeah, you've got these tags. So this is going to be kind of cumbersome. And really what I should do is add a tag. Can I do that within the summon entity? Let's just look at Nether, for example. So Wither should be immune to wither damage. That's what this says here. I just copied this, so I'm going to delete this real quick, just so I can explain how it works. Wither is immune to wither damage, so it won't be applied if it has, even if it has a score of 1 or more, because it has the wither tag, it will not be affected by wither. So what I could do is, when it's summoned, which is, here's the summon command. The problem with this is that it's generated, as you see here. So I've got a generator that spits out all of this code. So here's the stats. It gets all of the stats. And then here's the tags. Well, I can't change these tags per entity. I'd have to add a... That's what I could do, actually. Build it into my generator. What would be better, building it into my generator or adding it after the fact? I think for future proofing, building it into the generators just makes it easier to work with. I have to retrospectively do this. So here's the output of the generator, right? This function. Here is the input if I look at Wither. So it's a card, it's a legendary card. You place it in the front, which is the colors in front of you. It's Nether, its name is Wither. The entity that it uses is Wither, you know, all of this stuff. So what I can do is add a tag here, Witherproof, and make that true. And do the same for the Wither skeleton. So now I have to go back to my generator, which is gen. Yes. So this is a very messy file because I'm doing it with little regard to the efficiency of this program. I'm doing it with regard to the efficiency of the game itself, which is, in my opinion, multitudes more important than the one-time run that this has. And there could still be some ways that I optimize it too as well. So if the card is an entity, do those things. I think down here there's a function. So create entity card. So if the card is an entity, it runs these. This is all in Python, by the way. I found that Python is very friendly for generators. And I also was learning it recently, and I actually like it a lot. So these are all good. This is basically what I want right here. Except for I don't really need this else statement. I'll just create a pass. So basically what these say is if ambush is in card.keys and card ambush. So if in the stats for the card, the word ambush is in it, or the key is. So if I go back to Wither. So ambush true. Oops. Then it says, oh, ambush is one of the elements listed in the card.keys. So the keys are the first things. And then what they apply to is this value. So card.keys would list placement, rarity, type, element, but card ambush would list true. So what the generator is saying is if it exists in the list and it's also true, because I can add it and then make it false later, and that just gives me a little bit of flexibility. But we don't want that. We want it to be, and I better remove that so Wither doesn't have ambush. Witherproof. We want to add the ability to make things witherproof. So if witherproof and also witherproof. Okay. And then we tag the entity and we add, let's just add witherproof. That's easy enough. And all we have to do is copy this. Whoops. Copy that again. And it does that. And we just call it poisonproof. And it works exactly the same way. So it doesn't apply poison damage if it has the tag poisonproof. And that's very simple logistically. So if we go back to, okay, Wither Skeleton and Wither both have it. So now, back in the, I think, entity, I don't need this. I just need tag equals not witherproof. And then now it checks for that tag rather than what type of entity it is. And we do the same for poison. Really, there should be this for Nether, but somebody's been complaining a lot about piglins being set on fire. The point of Nether mobs is that they're immune to fire. That's their like unique trait, which I think is interesting for balance reasons, because overworld mobs, if you attack melee wise, it advances to the spot if it kills it. But Nether mobs don't do that. And end mobs have a chance to teleport. So it's more of a weakness for the end mobs most of the time. But it can be a strength if it fails the teleport. So might return to this later. So now we have the fun task of adding wither or poison proof to every entity that needs to be poison proof. And those are all overworld, I believe. So undead mobs are poison proof. Drowns probably. And make sure we rename that before we copy it. Hey Luke. Husk is wither or poison proof. Skeleton horse. Skeleton. Stray. And of course these last two. So I can close out of all these because I saved them as I went. And also I think Zoglin. There's one in the Nether. Oh, I guess there's a couple in the Nether. I think the Wither is poison proof, but I'm not going to say that. Wither Skeleton is though. Wither Skeleton. I guess if Wither Skeleton is, then I'll make the Wither also. So Wither is very powerful because he just heals 1 health every turn. Hero, of course, there's nothing. And are phantoms undead? They are, aren't they? I'm gonna act like they're undead. I mean, we can test that. Let's test it. Let's swap back to Minecraft. Let's go into creative. Poison. Phantom. Also that. They are. Okay. I thought they were. I thought they were affected by smite, so. They also... Oh, I have weakness. I was like, why can't I hit it? Oh, come on. That was harder than it should have been. Okay. So, Phantom is also affected. So we'll swap back to Atom. Okay, great. So we can close out Wither and Phantom. And I'm going to look at, I guess, just the Wither just to verify. So here's the before. If I open up the run function to run and apply all of these things, and also make sure that they're right. Yep. Oh, that's weird. Okay. I saw the function change, and you probably did too. And there's no errors, so that's good news, very good news. So we see here, witherproof, poisonproof. Now the hard part is, oh, these are the wrong entity. Whoops. So it should be the one with get ID, not the board, because it's going to make the board witherproof, but that doesn't matter. Whoops. Let's go back to the generator. Yeah, this is what I wanted. I copied the wrong thing. So copy that. Copy that. Okay. And we'll go back to Wither. Oh yeah, it did work. But there's 2 spaces. Why? Oh, because I added 2 spaces because I'm dumb. Okay. Thankfully, my generator is still relatively fast. It's not very well coded, but it's fast. Fast enough, at least. Okay, so that looks very good. So now I'm tempted to just give myself the Wither card and just try it. Give it both Wither and... oh, I can't see my mouse. That's weird. Also, I have poison. Okay. Does that... Okay, yeah, I'm fine. So if I do the function to give myself a card... Oh, you probably want to see this. There we go. Okay, here's the Wither. Best card. Also, I'll make it day. Yeah, I think day's fine. Can't even see its health because it's so big. It's great. I wish there was a way to just disable this, but I can't be bothered. I know there is, but I don't want to research it right now. So we can just do... Did I reload? I did not. I know for a fact I did not. How do I... Can I give myself an anvil? There we go. Flawless. Okay. Now he should have a tag. So I'll just to verify. So he's got poison proof and wither proof. Perfect. And so we can do tag at e tag equals actually that's not what I want. Square players add at e type equals wither. So apply poison and also apply wither. So see how the wither's not taking damage? If I give him apply fire, he will take damage because... Oh, it's not apply. It's just fire, isn't it? Whoops. So now he applies 10 ticks of wither damage, which is kind of OP. Apply is how much it applies when it attacks. So I did that completely wrong. Okay, let's add the poison back. So he's not even taking poison damage. He's got the effect on him, but he does not. So it'll show that it hit, but it's not going to damage. And I'm going to... We can swing back to Atom. So I think just for gameplay, I think it'll make sense to keep the... all nether mobs are just immune to fire. Just because I think that's just so much more interesting. I think it's card.nether actually. I'm going to check in the game. Card.nether, yeah, perfect. Okay. And I want it to be everything that doesn't have that tag. So I could just move piglins into the overworld category, which is obviously wrong, but that's how I would work around that currently. And I could give piglins permanent fire resistance particles. But for now, I'm just going to ignore that. I think this will work the best. So we got that done. Poison doesn't kill. Actually, I need to check that. So let's draw a card. Ravager, perfect. Add at E, type equals Ravager, poison 10. So he should not die. Perfect. He took 2 damage each turn because he is getting... Oh, you didn't see that. Whoops. Let's swap back to Minecraft. I'm going to keep forgetting to do that. Okay, we'll do a creeper this time. So they take 2 damage each turn because I end my turn and the Steve ends his turn for the tutorial. That's why things take 2. The tutorial's kind of jank because some things don't get activated twice, but it works fine enough. So I'm not that concerned. And then Blaze Strike to finish off these 3. Well, 2 of them at least. Nice. Okay, so that works. We got all that working. So poison doesn't kill. Player damage over time. Make sure I'm still yep, okay. We're recording the right thing. Let's give myself the anvil. Let's give myself the dragon's breath, I think. Okay, what does this give me? 2 poison, 2 wither. So if I move this guy forward and use it, that should be a guaranteed 2 damage. So Steve took 1. Did he take 4? Dang. Should have only taken... Should have only taken 1 damage, or 2 damage total. Two poison damage and 2 wither damage. And it might be an artifact from the, it could be very well an artifact from the end of the turn problem. So I'm going to run a say command. I guess this is fire. I don't need it here. Fire. I would rather have it poison. Okay. So when I end my turn, the Steve should just say Steve, I think, just once. But he said Iron Golem said nothing. Yeah, Steve said Steve twice, which should not happen. But that kind of leads me to believe that this is an artifact from the way the tutorial is set up. So I probably have stink particles on me, yeah. That's kind of funny. Okay. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I'm going to assume it's the problem with the tutorial, which means it's not like an actual problem. But I'm going to put that in the needs testing category. I've got a Trello open. Because in the tutorial, people are, I mean, they can play around with stuff, but it's unlikely that they're going to actually figure it out, that it's off, unless they watch this and then they, you know, give me a hard time. Another thing that a lot of people have been complaining about is the status effect icon for Wither. So let me summon something. Ideally with a lot of health. Magma Cube. No, that's bad. No, Wither Skeleton's immune. Oh, fine, I'll just do that. Okay, so here's the spider. Add Wither. So he's got 10 seconds to Wither. You can't even barely see the particles on him. So he does have like, let me get first person. He does have like little flakes coming off of him, but they're probably not even visible on YouTube. So I'm going to fix that. So we need to swap back to Atom. And I think that's just in board tick. Down here. Board tick. It is. So what if I run this? But make it black. If I make that 0. That didn't change anything. How? What? Oh, this is tutorial tick, isn't it? Let me go back. Tutorial tick. Okay, now we'll reload. And if this looks fine, then we'll keep it. That'll work. I don't like how it's just in one spot. So can I do some spreadage? How does particle work? Particle, where it's at. Actually, it should just be tilde. And then spread, right? Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. So 0.5, I think will look nice. I hope that doesn't change color because the color. Oh. And it might not be possible because of the fact that Minecraft is stupid in this regard. So these might become white if I reload. No, they're just not moving. Weird. What if I make it the delta much higher? That's so weird. Because the count is 0, isn't it? Let's make the count 1. Now it's going to be white, probably. No, it's working. Okay. If it's not obvious that I don't know how to use particles, then I'm amazed, I guess. Yeah, that's not bad. I like that. And then if I add poison to the spider, that's very colorful. I like that. I mean, it's awful. It doesn't help us here, but I like it. What does 128 mean? So leaving the poison normal, I think is fine. Have the spread for the, oh, what did I change? The spread? Is that the RGB value? I guess it is, isn't it? Yeah, that's not bad. I would say that's fairly obvious that the entity is withered and poison once you figure it out. So I think that'll work. So let me just copy both of these functions over, or these commands, I guess they're not quite functions. So we've got that fixed. Okay. So now we do some very fun balances. Woo. Just what everybody wants. If we go back here, I guess you guys were looking at Adam. Whoops. I'm very bad. Here's the spider. That's the poison. Purple means you can move them. I'll move them just so you don't see the purple. Black is wither. Green is poison. So it's, I would argue that it's fairly obvious that the mob is poisoned and withered. For a mob like the wither, might be a little bit more difficult to see, but it's not bad. All right. So balances. Let's give myself a couple of cards that I think just aren't good. Well, they're good, but I think they could be more balanced. So let me swap over. So Dragon's Breath, it's very good. I guess, what is it, 4 damage in a plus shape? Yeah, that's pretty good. Like, that's easier to get value out of that than other things. But attack stuff, I want, and buffs, I want to be mostly like a turn-by-turn basis. So well, attack stuff is obvious. You know, you attack that turn. But stuff like strength, I want it to be, you use it and you have 2 turns with strength. But because of that, I'm going to make it cheaper. Also, I don't know why these flicker. It looks fine in, well, I guess this is single player. Whoops. Okay. So Anvil, I'm thinking needs a definite nerf because everybody uses it and it's just so good. Because there's 4 health entities that are very easily, like, it's just too easy to get value with it. So if we swap back to Atom, I'm going to close out of everything we've got open. Hopefully we don't lose. Nope. can I open those? I forgot to remove the say commands. I knew I would. Okay, now we're safe. Okay. So anvil, very easy to get value. It's only 3 cost. Now I could either make it cost 4, or I guess I could even make it cost 5. But I think 4, it's at least a little bit more of a penalty. And it's still very easy to get value with it. But if you use it on some smaller minion, then you lose that value. What I could do, never mind. I'm thinking too far ahead. And then Arrow Storm is underutilized. So you can get 5 damage with it, but that's rare. So I'm thinking of making it maybe a 2 cost because it's only 1 damage. But that might be a little too powerful. I'm going to say 2 because it's not that threatening. It's easy to prevent. Most of the other attacks are fairly fine. Ghast Fireball is just I guess Ghast Fireball could be buffed. Or actually, Dragon's Breath maybe should be nerfed to 10. Well, I don't know. It's hard to tell because also at 10 is Trident, which does 7 damage and then 3 to adjacent. But this does 4 and a plus shape. They're the same shape, but I'm not sure. TNT I think is kind of fun, but it's just you have 5 whole turns to move around it. So your opponent has like 3 full turns, which I think is just too much. So I might change TNT. Same with Creeper. Well, no, Creeper's fine. End Crystal. Yeah, these are all fine. What was... Oh, Invisibility. Invisibility is something that everybody hates, which is understandable because it's just overpowered. So the question is, for a 10 cost, how long should that last? I think you should get 2 turns out of it. So if you end your turn, your opponent ends their turn, that's 2. So 3 end turns, and then it wears off. Well, no, 4. And what's annoying is I have to change this in the text for the card itself, but we'll do that later. So I nerfed Anvil, and I buffed Arrow Storm. I think those are good changes. Invisibility, we're working on now. Okay, so let's look at the invisibility file also. Yep, okay. Invisibility. So first of all, we need to create a scoreboard objective called invisibility. So tutorial. No, it's not in tutorial. Just be main and load. Here's all of the scoreboard objectives. There's far too many. Since it's more of an active effect, I'm going to put it here. So invisibility. And then I'm going to create one for speed, strength, and fire resistance. What other status effects are there? I think that's mostly it. So speed and strength are going to be calculated later, but invisibility we'll tackle now. So first of all, we were there before, but entity end turn, or end turn entity, if they have a score of invisibility, remove it by 1 each end turn. So yeah, just remove the tag completely. If score add s invisibility matches 1 or more, just remove it by 1. Okay. And I might as well set up the speed and strength and fire resistance now. Actually, is fire, can that even be a scoreboard objective? That might be too long. Let me check real quick. It can, okay, we're good. Scoreboard objectives can only be 16 characters, which is something I've ran into before. Strength and fire resistance. So now I get the fun aspect of giving particles for all of these entities. Or all of these status effects, at least. Invisibility, I'm just going to make invisible. Okay. Check. Been live for 47 minutes. Not bad. So let's go to the invisibility consumable file. Nope, I don't want to open defend. Invisibility is here. It's not a hit with anvil, but who cares? So cast is the same as the generated summon, and activate is what's actually activated. So run scoreboard players add s invisibility. What did I say? 4 turns. And that's basically it. But I have to, in the attack file, which, where was that? Was it in select? Entity select. No. Oh, maybe. No. I think it's down here then. Player. Raycast. Select. Click. Card select. Oh, it's card select? That's annoying. Not entity select, card select. It's actually down here, isn't it? There we go. Okay, so this is the file I was looking for. And here is kind of the wacky stuff that I have to add here. So basically what this does is this works for the various aspects of getting stats and showing the board where an entity can move and where it can go to. Or where it can move and where it can attack, I should say. So here's where I was looking for. So if it has a score of invisible, I guess it's invisibility of 1 or more, then it cannot be attacked. Easy as that. Okay. So now we're going to run back to the tick, which is where we were. Tick here. Yep, perfect. And this will be the same in the tutorial, but for here it's fine. Is this... Oh, I can cheese this so hard. I can just run the effect command. Effect give add s invisibility for 1 second 0, and we're not going to hide particles because that's fine. Same for these should be not invisibility, speed, strength, and fire resistance. So invisibility, speed, strength, fire resistance. Clever. So it'll just apply the effect, and I don't have to worry about displaying it if it just has the effect. I don't know about stuff like poison and wither. I don't think it takes damage, but maybe it does. I could be wrong. So, are we ready to try it? I think so. Let me copy these 4 and put them in the tutorial one. I should just call it, but I can't because, well, I mean I could. I'm just not good at programming. Okay, let's swap to Minecraft. Reload, make sure there's no errors in the error log. Good, good. And then invisibility. So we'll just give myself the card. Okay. Something's weird. Hey, Think, how's it going? I think I need to drink this. Or did oh, okay. Couldn't load advancement. No. Oh, my game output crashed. Well, I can't find what's wrong if I can't see what's wrong. Are these normal effect commands? What? Did I spell resistance wrong? Oh, no. Okay. Oh, it's just those 2 spots? That's annoying. That made me jump. Not really, but a little bit. Okay, so ideally we see invisibility. What about speed? Oh, I've got the speed tag. Wait. That's weird. I don't know why. No, it didn't turn invisible. Tag at e type equals wither list. Oh, I have to run the function. Main load. That's goofy of me. Still nothing. Also, he can't move for some reason. Why can nothing move? I think I messed up one of the commands somewhere, so I'm going to restart my game so I can see the output. So I'll go to my AFK break slide. Oh, that's so nice. And mute for just a bit. Okay, I'm back. That didn't seem to fix anything. And I forgot that leaving the game resets me. I don't have speed anymore, at least. Why does he have speed? Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah. Speed is the same as speed, right? So I forgot that the name of the objective is the same. Oh, that's kind of derpy. Okay. So I could either rename everything else in the data pack to move and then leave these as speed, or just change these to like speed underscore potion. I hate to do it, but I think I'm going to do speed underscore potion, which is very sloppy, but that's very frustrating that I overlooked that. So I'm going to fix that. Okay. Okay, I'm going to try to reload. Okay, so he's got a speed of 1. That is a speed of 2. And if I end my turn, it doesn't go down. Okay, perfect. Now if I give myself the... Oh, I lost it. Nope. Buff invisibility. Give. Hopefully he turns invisible. He does not. Why not? has 4 invisibility. So why can't I see that? Invisibility. Oh, did I fix that both places? I did. Yes. So if I just reload it might just fix it. Oh, very cool. So you can't see the entity. I like that. Until you select it. Oh, that's kind of cool. And then you end your turn, you can move it again. And he becomes visible. Clever. So invisibility, huge nerf. You have 2 turns to use them, or to be immune to attacks. To normal attacks. Which is huge in most games. So, we did that. I think speed should be what? You use it for 2 turns? Or should it be like a long speed? I think speed should be, you get to use it for 3 turns at least. So that would be 6, or 5 at least. I'll do 5. So let's swap back to Atom. Change speed. I think speed should be buffed too. It's kind of bad. Unless... Oh, that's interesting. Should I say 5 turns or 5 of your turns? Probably. Or not 5 of yours, but 3 of your turns. Because the speed of a mob doesn't matter at all if the if it's the other person's turn. Other than you might want to target it more than other entities. Strength. Down here. Perfect. So that's what the lawyer said. I'm tempted to make strength +3 just to balance it, because I like its price. I think I might change its. And then for 3 of your turns, for 2 of your turns. I think strength should last shorter. Okay. So now strength is something that you don't... there's also, what's cool is you don't get an advantage for applying it and stacking it, which is the way the vanilla works. And then fire resistance is also going to change. Which I think should be very, very long. Uh, 6 or 12 turns. I like that. I think fire resistance should be quite powerful. Whoops. Because it's expensive. Like I like that as an option for a very specific defense, but it's extremely powerful. So if it has, I mean, it's like not even something to worry about if it's got fire resistance, which is nice. So now we change the speed and strength cards. Invisibility did change. Haste I think is fine. So speed, activate. So instead of just adding the scoreboard speed one, it'll add speed pot. And this would be 6. Well, no, 5 or 3 of your turns is 5. And then same with strength. Activate. So rather than just adding a 2 to the attack stat, you add... Did I say... What did strength say? For 2 of your turns? So that could be interpreted 2 different ways. I could either make it 3 turns, which is the bare minimum, or I could make it 4 turns. So you have 1 extra defensive turn. I like 3 more, I think. Yeah, let's just do. Actually, that's basically what we can say there. For 3 of your turns? That's too much. Oh, it's because I changed it. Okay, 2 of your turns. Yeah, that's 3. So strength of 3. Nice. So now we have to calculate those into when you select an entity, which I think we still have open, hopefully. Yes. So it gets the stats of the entity, finds the distances, where's it get the stats at? I'm not seeing a raycast selected distances. Let's see what that it says. It's down here. It's bored. That's why I can't find it. Does it get stats here? No. That's a recursion thing. Where do I get the... Is it select? Display, click. It has to be in card select, right? I cannot find... So that grabs the speed and range. I guess I can... That's range. I don't want range. I can have speed. For players, just add. Oh, whoops. If that entity has a score of speed pot of 1 or more. Actually, it's... Oh, I'm stupid. This matches 1, dot, dot. Perfect. So if the entity has a score of speed pot that's 1 or more, then we add 2 to the speed, which is here. And then it uses that speed to calculate everything else. So I think that takes care of speed. So what happens if you attack? Selected, click, success move, which is fine. That's pretty much already taken care of, I think. Selected, attack, success. Entity/attack dictionary. Okay, I know Actually, no, that's not what I want. I want entity / attack or attack ranged. I think strength can only be applied to melee, so I'm going to just count it for melee. And special attacks are not affected by strength, I think. Okay. So I think that I need to add a clause to prevent you from applying strength to a normal entity. To a special attack entity, I should say. Normal melee entities should be able to have that. So that's this very specific case. So cards entity attack. So back up here. Cards entity attack is actually at the top. Just attack. Okay. So here's the fun area. Oh, someone's pinging me. Oh, Tony Diamond from the Brickmasons team wants me to talk about the guy who duped Cobble. So there was a bug in the old version where you could, well, this is actually like barely remove, or I barely just removed this, but you could dupe cards with a very specific set of doing things, and it's kind of funny. But yeah, so he had a full deck of cobblestone. That's what he decided to dupe, was nothing but cobblestone. So it's like the most stall heavy deck. You could prevent, like, kind of weaken that by if you want to go sheep plus strength, or first TNT to clear out the board from the cobblestone, because for 6 you can clear out 20 cost worth of cobblestone. So, and then pickaxes, of course. So pickaxes are always a good return on investment. And then creepers could be good, but they're not that great. I mean, they're just as good as other stuff, but they take a while. And then TNT cannon would be guaranteed clear middle board, which is very fun. Okay, so let's get this score players operation. So damage var, I want to add, actually I just want to add 3, right? Three. And we're going to run that same, more or less that same function. Run. Execute if score. So the attacker has a score of strength that is greater than 1. It will attack. Uh-oh. Jevon's... Yep. Jay. We're both working on... He's got a pretty cool looking card pack design that I really like. So it's actually been mostly just a temporary... what is that? Jevon. The card pack design I made is mostly been temporary. I like it still, but it is temporary, and I think it could look a lot better, but that's beyond my expertise. I'm not very good at making stuff look very nice. I'm making I like making stuff functional, and then I stop there because I'm stupid. So we have, is that smart to just have it hidden that you can deal extra damage? Or do I need to make it super obvious that he has +3 attack? These are the questions I ask myself. For now, I'm going to not worry about it. And if people complain about it, I think it's a valid complaint. So, but, oh, Jay's in the chat. Yeah, I don't know. What you've done so far looks pretty sweet, though. I'll have to redo the entire logo, but it probably should be redone anyways because that's not bad. It's just not great, which is a great way to explain most of my work. Okay, so I think strength is done, and then fire resistance, I can go to the entity tick. Where is that? There's so many functions in this data pack, I forget. It would be board. Board and turn entity. Perfect. So now here's the question. Does fire resistance delay the fire damage, or does it prevent it entirely from even applying? I think it makes sense if it just removes it, right? So here I'm going to add, it doesn't matter which side it's on, fire resist stance, not stents. So if it has a score of 1 or more, just remove it. And then that way, it'll actually save resources. So it'll read this and say, oh, the score is 0, so ignore this function, rather than run through the function but don't apply damage. This is probably the most efficient way of doing it. I like it. Yeah. Okay, I'm excited, Jay. You've got me excited. It's something that I think needs some fixing. This is only the alpha version that's released right now, which still is a very fun. Well, I can't say my own game is fun. That's I think it's fun and very, very playable game. But more cards is always welcome. So I think that's it. I think we can swap back to Minecraft finally after like an hour. Actually, it was like 20 minutes. Okay, so here we are. Now I have to cheat in, but actually I should probably reload, function main load, reload. So there's invisibility. Oh, 1 second. I think we need to swap back to add some. I think for the potion. Oh, I did change that. Okay, never mind. We can swap back. Okay, so invisibility. Then there's speed. And then there is strength. And then there's fire resistance. It splashes. Excuse me. Okay. So he doesn't have anything. If I give him speed. Oh, that was dumb. So he's got a speed of 2 right now, which is from before. But he should be able to move 3. That's 4. Oh, yeah, he can move 4 because he speed gives 2 now. Wow. That's really far. That speed of 2 is actually worth using. That could make or break something. If you spawn a Ravager, which can already go to the middle, give it speed, and you can get to the other side. That's scary. I like that. So now it's... I think it's over. Now it's over. So the speed effect wore off. And then strength. You can't see the damage there. So this is one thing I was talking about. You've got the still 1 attack, but you see the strength particles, so you gotta just add 3. So if I attack, it should deal 4. It does. That's very good. Ooh, Iron Golem, perfect. Do I have any other heavy? Sure. Yeah, that'll work. Do I have a Blaze Strike? Oh, a perfect. Wow. Couldn't have planned it better. That was not pre-planned. So you've got these entities. Hit them with Blaze Strike, they're all on fire. Hit them with Fire Resistance. They didn't take damage. They don't have fire resistant particles though, so I'm going to look at that. That's funny. Sorry, I was just reading a couple messages. Somebody said the next big thing on YouTube isn't going to be Fall Guys, which I don't think it ever really was Fall Guys. But it's how to dupe cards from relics on from the deck. Okay, why does this not work? Am I stupid? Which screen am I sharing anyways? Oh, that one. Okay. If I do 10 seconds. Why? Did I spell it wrong everywhere? No. Oh, did I not change fire resistance? That's an... Oh, I should probably swap over. Jay, these are looking very good. Swap over. That's what I'm doing. Fire resistance. So why was fire resistance giving me trouble? Did I spell it wrong? Because that's very likely. Did I? I didn't even do anything. I didn't even touch it. Okay, yeah, that'll give me problems. Should I add it or should I set it? I should probably set it actually. And copy and paste these. Actually, I should have copied the whole line. Now, what did I say this was? Splash fire resistance. 12 turns, so that's a long time. But it makes it worth using. Especially you can place it on all of your entities. That's a big investment for the future. It's a very good efficiency play. Oh, I should also run that here. Nice. All right. Yeah. I'm hoping that the way I set up the resource pack, Jay, that it can make it very easy for you to work with. But we will see. Okay. Give myself a new fire resistance, reload. That should be fine. You should all have, oh, that's nice. Yeah. So if I give myself a fire resistance attack, give. They're on fire, but at the end of my turn, the fire goes out. I like that. This is exciting because it makes, first of all, fire resistance not garbage, makes speed not garbage, and it makes strength more interesting. Strength was always good, but that's the problem, is you want to make things relatively balanced. Of course, some things are just gonna be good and some things are just gonna be bad, but you have to build your deck around those. So like cobblestone is fairly decent depending on your deck. If you've got a deck where you can teleport stuff, then you can just block up your Steve and teleport it. Or if you have a angry animal deck where you spawn animals in front of this other Steve and give it strength, and you block up your entire side so they have to burrow through, that's makes cobblestone much more valuable to your strategy than, say, like an iron golem, because it's cheaper. Cobblestone is. So I'm liking this. It's giving flexibility. So if I end a bunch of turns, he still has it. Okay, now we're off. That should have been 6 or so drops. And this guy, yeah. This is interesting. This is very interesting. Okay. Nerf and Viz, done. Oh, dang. I've got a list of things to do, and, well, changing all of the status effects was not necessarily one of them. It was in the back of my mind, but it's just sad because I like checking stuff off mentally. Trap text, I think I could do that. I can't really test the skeleton horse going backwards. I'm surprised no one's challenged me, you know? I'm very bad at my own game, and I guess that's it. I had nothing else to add to that statement. Okay. I can close out of all of these, hopefully. So there's going to be some discrepancies between the potions now. I should make a list of those. So invisibility I changed. Let me put those in the Trello. Change lore for invisibility, speed, strength, fire resistance. Okay. Okay, I'm going to upload a new world on the realm. Ooh, Fox is working on something. People are playing on the Minigame Mash network. For some reason, the world's called Dungeon. I don't know. Well, actually, I do know, but I can't change it because it's open in Atom every time I want to change it. But also, I can't be bothered. I don't know. It's just really lazy. Okay. Jay, I just fixed the world, and I'm joining now. So you can see what your cards look like, and then I can see... maybe you can help me test a couple things, too. I guess while it loads. Realms are kind of slow, unfortunately. Oh, there it goes. I was just about to cancel. Jay, if you're still listening, there you go. Perfect. So I'm going to build a deck that is... Oh, I don't have any cards in this version. I'm just going to cheat in some cards. No, it's not an entity. It's consumable. Attack. Poison. Splash poison. Perfect. Okay, great. So some of the things are going to be different. Do I need iron armor? I'll get rid of both of those. That's weird. I don't know why you are lagging. Save and exit. Perfect. Oh. Yeah, that would probably do it. I can cheat and see his deck. This is the best. I would assume that the numbers are wrong. Like the numbers are... Yeah, that's probably it too. Pack 10, I think. There's the chest, or there's too many cards. I'd need 4 chests, or 3 chests, I guess. Or yeah, 4. Sorry. For every card, 1 of every card, and then I would need, I don't know, like 300 slots, or like 10 chests for every card. That's a good question. All my cards work fine. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, I can't open these. Interesting. The card itself isn't upside down. It's just the texture that he applied to him. I wish I could show it. Is there a way I could download it? Can I open that? Downloads. Can I go full screen with this? Sweet. Okay. And then I'll swap to full screen with this or OBS. If you say something in chat. Yeah, Jay, that's basically how it does. It's funny because it's like a 5-minute delay. If I go full screen. Oh. And then shut off this. Perfect. Okay, so this is the texture that Jay is working on. Might need a change. The number actually looks fine. I think that actually looks nice. You can see up here the texture he made is being covered by the image. That should be down here. But honestly, that looks pretty decent. I like it. Let's swap back to Minecraft. Wow, thanks for keeping it PG. Oh, like animation. Yep, that's going to be something I add. And it's going to be quite time consuming. Because I want every attack to have an animation. A lot of the ranged, at least, entities to have an animation. I guess there's not that many ranged entities, and the attacks aren't that much. And the buffs most likely have an animation. But the buffs will be pretty easy. Yeah, I think that would be cool. That's something I plan on doing. Yeah. A problem with the minecart would be they're standing up above with barriers. With an armor stand with an entity on, or item on it, it could drag through the ground, the barriers that you're standing on. Minecarts, I mean, you could do that with minecarts, but I'm gonna add a animation system so that I can add animations, because I want the turn stuff to be instantly. So when you actually deal the damage, it does like 5 damage immediately, but the animation, it'll show something like that and play the sound. Because I don't want, you have to wait for the animation to actually occur before you can do something else. Otherwise the game would be very long and not fun. Yeah, pretty much everything uses armor stands that I do. Yeah, which is annoying. That's why it's daytime. If you look up, they're very dark. But the thing is you're looking down the entire game, so I guess it doesn't matter. It's like, I don't know. Jay, do you want to play a game to help me test something? Yeah, I can give him up. This is a backup world anyways. He can use it for texturing. Okay, back. Make sure OBS is not exploding. And the YouTube chat's also not exploding. Yep, we're fine. I guess I'll send it through chat. Okay. You can just do whatever you want. When you play, I have a very easy thing that I can trigger. I just need to spawn a pig in front of your hero and place down one of my 3 cards. I think they're, what would I pick? Splash Poison? He can build a really weird deck with... If you need night vision to make them look nice, I would probably want to make that a toggle, because this map looks... Oh, it doesn't. Okay. This map looks very nice with shaders, because it's just so painfully simple. He's just going to break the game. Over here. Don't break the sign. Don't... Yeah, I know. It's just, well, that's funny. I was gonna say have it a toggle if it does work with, or if night vision does fix it, so that you can play with shaders. Did you right-click the sign? Oh. There, now try. Oh. There. He's kind of broken right now because... Sweet, I'm first. Speed and Wither Skeleton. Dang, I was hoping to spawn something. I'm not getting anything. I can do turtle next at least. A splash poison does 6 damage in a plus shape, which is a lot. It doesn't kill anything, but it should only do 3 to a player. And that's what I'm going to be testing. So we will see. Oh, I got my pig. And I got splash poison. So on turn 15 I can try it. Set those over here. Oh, those are not the right ones. Wither skeleton. What do I do next? Blaze? What is he thinking? He's gonna anvil it. Oh, cobblestone. Interesting. I do have a pickaxe, so that'll be nice. What? How did I unlock how to craft a chest? Doesn't make any sense. He went similar strat. I'm gonna fireball him. He's gonna go face. Understandable. He's gonna trigger my trap and it's gonna die. He can cheat so much because he has the he can have see my hand. Seven health is quite a bit to deal with. So I'm gonna set the blaze up to kill the shulker. Oh, actually, what am I doing? Okay. So the Steve took 1 damage. Shulker took 1 damage. The Wither will kill it in 1 hit, so I wouldn't do that. We'll see. Okay. I nerfed fire damage though to Steve, which is sad. I like playing against Jay because he doesn't he doesn't like read the cards before he uses them sometimes, and then he it's really funny. Then he gets mad and it's like really funny. I mean, that's a very good play though, to be fair. Do I sacrifice my blaze here? I'm gonna do that. Do I ping him? No, I'm gonna ping Steve. It's a very fast turtle. Okay, hopefully the Steve runs out of poison here. It did not. Eee. Okay, maybe it doesn't work. He kills it with his wither skeleton. Fair. I find the problem that most people have when they play is they play way too defensively, and because of that you can't get anywhere, which can be both good and bad. Do you finish this turn? No. Okay, maybe poison isn't nerfed like it should be. Such a dumb strategy. What am I doing? That poor Steve. He's taking 3 damage each turn. How's he taking 3? That doesn't make sense. He should be taking 2. He's poisoned and fired. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Or something. Oh, he didn't take 3. I hit him with the blaze. I need an end turn in the chat, just so you know. Yeah, indeed it is. Wish I had strength here. I can win now. I just need 1 poison, which is very inevitable, very soon to happen. Or just wait out 3 turns, because the blaze is gonna finish him off. He has to kill me in like 2 turns. Okay, so he's gonna die. Don't. He's withered. Don't attack him, please. I mean, you can. It's just good for me. I'm just telling you not to because I'm cringing. If you do. What was that? He hit like only his stuff. What the heck? I don't know what was going on there. He's already lost next turn. Or I guess after my turn. Oh, it wasn't on fire? That's annoying. I gave him a free turn. Enjoy your free turn, Jay. I want to burn Iron Golem and Ravager. So I might have to look at it again. Burn Ravager and Iron Golem. What a weird play. Yes. Okay. He's gonna be so mad. Oh, I can't kill him though because it's poison. That was dumb. I forgot how my own game works. It's just the Wither Skeleton. He's just faster. They're fast. They're pretty fast mobs, really. This could be bad for me if he breaks this. Thinking Blaze here to defend. I just need an Arrow Storm at this point. I could just try to draw for that. Uh-oh. Yes. I had poison on the board. Okay, haste is good. I don't want to spawn. I can discard that. Oh, that's also good. I hate to spawn that guy, but I think I can afford Arrow Storm. Yeah, I can. So I win next turn. Okay, sweet. Have fun, Jay. You have this turn to beat me. I'll give it speed. That's a fair strategy. Airstorm's actually 2, by the way. Yes. Now, if he has his haste, he'll put it on the Wither Skeleton here. Wither Skeleton on Steve should be, what, 5 damage? That would hurt pretty bad. See, that's a good move. And hopefully Steve only takes 2 damage. Actually. No, he ended the turn. Dang it. I was gonna get it so I could see what it reads before and after the turn. Ow. unlocked all of the packs. If you look on stream, you can see in a few seconds. You've got that, and then you've got this. You'll see them on the stream. I didn't delete your lobby, by the way, Jay. It's still somewhere. I think it's at like negative 10,000. Yes, I do remember that idea. I think I'm going to make I might make parkour an advancement and turn all of the advancements that exist into coin rewards, and then you can buy packs with coins. But you can only buy one of each pack. Negative 10,000, not 10. Actually, I'm going to see if I can even find it. Found it first try. That's actually kind of... It messed up the stairs, and that's like it. And the rotations for these. I like the logo. I think that's pretty cool. Well, I don't have much more to do on the stream. And we've hit the 2-hour mark, so I think that's probably a good time to end it. So if you want to play Relics from the deck, it's available right now. The changes that I made today are not in play, but you can play the alpha version on the IP in the description. So mgm.spmc.co. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have fun playing my game.